Hi everyone, it's Don and I hope you're having a fantastic day. Well, Royal Caribbean is also saying that, the two largest Oasis Class ships and the newest Oasis Class ships are now going to be switching to short cruises. Why do you think that might be? Also, they are now getting ready to introduce a third dining time. Instead of just early and late, you're going to have an early, medium, and late dining times. More on that. And then finally, we have some sad news for some people who are looking to do this little short cruise between two ports, a 2-day cruise. Yeah, it got canceled because everybody on board apparently beforehand had diarrhea. And they need to clean the ship. Okay, they don't need to clean the ship because there's diarrhea everywhere. Just let me get that clear. They want to do a thorough cleaning to make sure that they sanitize everything, every cabin, every surface, everything. And it's harder to do on a small ship when you have a lot of passengers on board. So they ended up canceling the cruise. They're offering full refunds. They're offering to put people on another ship doing the same itinerary, etc., etc., etc. But they wanted to clean out that cruise ship. It's the Balmoral, and yeah, she's, I think that's actually kind of a good thing, because we all hear these cruises going from port to port to port, and then we get on the ship and, oh, by the way, on the last cruise, they give us a notice that there was norovirus and stomach virus, etc. Make sure you wash your hands, everybody. We've introduced stringent new procedures. And then you get sick anyway, because everybody's on board and other people stayed on board and it just continues. It's harder to get rid of. So good job, I think, from the Balmoral to just shut her down. It's only a 2-day cruise, and let's clean it up, make sure everything's spick and span, and they sanitize everything with disinfectant to get rid of any contaminants. That's a good thing. Next. Before I get too far into the video, I just want to mention to everybody that we have those 2 group cruises this year. One on the Majestic Princess out of Seattle. It's a return 7-day going to Alaska. It's on the Majestic Princess on May 19th. And then we have the Sun Princess December 7th out of Fort Lauderdale. It's a 7-day cruise on the brand new Sun Princess. And we have been given some more cabins on both of these cruises because some of our group members couldn't make it. We had to reschedule them on some others. So I do have some empty cabins, more on the Sun Princess than on the Majestic. Majestic is coming up soon. So if you are interested in those 2 cruises and were shut out because we filled up on our bookings and want to get involved with the group cruise, you can just send us an email down below. Now, I need you to give me the information. I need you to send me your full names that's on your passport, your date of birth, a mailing address, a princess number if you have it. I need your email address and a phone number, right? Date of birth, all that pertinent information. No money's exchanging hands. I need to know the cabin type you're looking for, and if you want perks or no perks, and insurance. And if you let me know those things, I will reserve a cabin for 5 days and get back to you. This is the price. Would you like to continue? If not, it just disappears. There's no money changing hands. You're not obligated in any way. However, there's only a few cabins left. And if you wait for a while and only, questions and all this, what's the cost and all that, you can just go on the Princess website right now. Our costs are exactly what they're showing right now. So there's no difference other than all the different events that we have on board, like the cocktail party and gift giveaways and things like that. So if you're interested in either one of those cruises, Sun Princess December 7th, or we're looking at the Alaska cruise on the Majestic Princess out of Seattle, please send me that information to my email address down below, and we will be happy to reserve you a cabin and see how things go, and welcome to the group cruise. Okay, that stuff's out of the way. I also have some stories. Now, Royal Caribbean made the announcement that their brand new ship coming out, the Utopia of the Seas, is going to be offering 3- and 4-day cruises. That was kind of a shock to us because none of the big, large ships ever do the short trips. Basically because the longer the trip, the more money those ships make at one time. The more gambling that goes on, people are more likely to spend more money on a longer trip, cabins can cost more on a longer trip, etc. And they don't have to keep making ports back and forth and paying port fees back in their home port. Well, not only is the Utopia doing that, but they're now making the Wonder of the Seas also 3- and 4-night cruises starting in 2025. Now, that is both of the newest Oasis Class ships. They're not doing this to the Allure or the Symphony or the Oasis. They're doing this to the newest ships, making them the 3- and 4-night itineraries. And I'm wondering if it's because, as we've noticed, cost has been going up dramatically on cruises. And so people are starting to say, you know what? I just can't afford that 7-night cruise, the 8-night cruise anymore. I can only afford to get away for a 4-night cruise or a weekend cruise. Maybe that's the thought process behind it, saying that, you know what, we have all these other ships around they can do 7-night cruises on, but the 3-night and 4-night cruises, hey, that'll attract people onto that. They can't afford the bigger ones. It's less money, even though it's a shorter amount of time. I just wish they would have done this, maybe one of the new ships and one of the older ships, instead of giving both brand new ships to only 3- and 4-night cruises. I know you can do back-to-back, but then you have to go through the process of trying to get the exact same cabin, etc. And then you also have to disembark, go through customs, get back on, which is a real pain in the butt on a 3-night cruise. So yeah, unfortunately, I probably won't be on the Wonder anymore. And if the Utopia it starts off with only 3- and 4-night cruises, I won't be on the Utopia anytime soon neither, because I live in Canada. For me to travel for a 3- or 4-night cruise, it's just not going to happen. I'm going to go minimum 7 days, minimum at all times. But there you go. And then finally, Royal Caribbean is also saying that they're getting ready to test trying out a 3rd dining time. Now, sometimes dining starts as early as 5 and it can go as late as 8. Well, now they're saying they're going to try and think of a time between 6:30 and possibly 7:30 that people can book that dining time as well. Not sure how that's going to work. I mean, if dining starts at 5, how many people can you fit in by 6:30 or so? I don't know how many people are out of the dining hall that quickly. We'll have to see how it goes, but they're trying it because people find 5 too early, 8 too late, etc. I don't know how many people have to adjust for that dining, especially if you have kids who eat at a certain time every night, or if you're used to eating at a certain time every night. Well, I hope you appreciate this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Want to see more tips, more tricks, more travel vlogs from around the world? Hit that subscribe button. Until next time, have yourself a safe and a great vacation.